Hello everyone, Uzu here with Survivor Hunter again. In this video I'm gonna show you and give you advice about which is the best talents for PvE, and I'm gonna try it for PvP as well, but I'm not the best hunter in PvP, so sorry if I make mistakes. So let's start it. Here is what I'm using for Survivor Hunter. I'm using Animal Instinct, which every flanking strike give me a buff. It's a random buff for 7 seconds, which one is increased haste by 10%, increase mastery by 10%, or increase movement speed by 20%. Why I'm using this one? Because I get 66% chance to increase my DPS, which is haste and mastery. And the mastery is pure mastery, which is give me 3 or 4% proc chance to my Mungus Bite from the pet and from the abilities. And 10% haste is really good when it's proc. Sometimes movement speed helps out to move when you need. And why I'm using this? Because I'm using flanking strike on cooldown. I really save focus for every flanking strike. That's why I'm gonna show in next video for what is my rotation, and you can check it out why I'm using it. So why I'm not using trolling assist? Because it's cost 15 focus, has 2 charges, but it's really slow for rotation. It costs 1 gobo cooldown. I mean 2 gobo cooldowns for the 2 times, and it's doing physical damage, which is really low. So with the monk Natal, I'm not using this because it's make your rotation to use every 7 seconds raptor strike. The talent is 12%. If you keep it at 4 stacks, you get 12% attack power, which is great. But the thing is, can you use every 7 seconds raptor strike? The raptor strike is doing right now, it's really low damage. But that's not the point. The point is it costs 25 focus. If you want to use that, which is 25 focus, and you want to keep lacerate, which is 35 focus, that's that's 60 focus every 10 seconds, and you have 50 focus from flanking strike, which is 100 focus for 10 seconds. So basically you need like 15%, 15 focus per second to keep this buff all the time, to keep your release rate and to keep using flanking strike on cooldown, because it's really great damage, which is right now is 200, but 50% increased damage, which is 300k damage without critical. And as I said before, I crit it like every fucking time, which is 500k or 600 sometimes with the buffs and the procs and so on. That's why I'm using Animal Instinct. In incoming patch, Animal Instinct will be the best. It doesn't matter what is the rest. If they don't change, the Animal Instinct, it will be the best. I will explain in future videos. So next are Murder of Crows. These talents I don't know why is for even for Survival Hunter, because it's pure beast mastery. I don't know, it's doing so low damage for 1 minute cooldown, and it's shit. It's nothing. So mortal wounds. Each time let's reduce damage, you have 2% chance to gain charge for Mungu Bite. 2% chance. It's really low. It's nothing. Even if you have the ring like me and you have keep rest for 5 targets. I tried, I tested. It doesn't proc more than Snake Hunter, which is a 1.5 minute cooldown, and instant grant you 3 charge of Mungus Bite, and you can merge them with 3 charge, and you get 6 stacks of Mungus Bite, and you can use Fury of the Eagle. That's why Snake Hunter is the best. I asked Blizzard, I sent advice to make these abilities basic ability for Survival Hunter and replace the talents with something else. So far nothing changed. So the next talent. Here you can use whatever you want, but basically post haste is the best because you can get root in dungeons and raids, and your harpoon can free you for that. Anything else is just up to you. The next talent, Caltrops. It makes your tar trap Caltrops, which is doing damage bleeds per second and low cooldown, but it's not good for the simple rotation, and it costs a lot of global cooldown and so on. It's basically the second best on this, but improved traps is the best of the best because reducing the cooldown of your freezing trap by 15% for the some CC and so on, ground control, but the most important, explosive trap and tar trap reducing by 50%, which make it 15 seconds. Mine is 12 because of the artifact rate. So steel trap is basically good for PvP because you freeze the player, and in that freeze they take a bleed effect damage, which is good, but not for PvE. Sticky bomb, it's a good, but I don't know why it's not stun. It's just after 3 seconds the people, your target and the nearby enemy get knocked back, which not stun, and it's not have a slow effect. Camouflage, you can use it and you get heal for 2% every seconds for 1 minute, which is great, but if you get hit, it's cancelled. So the best is Ranger Net. You root your target for 3 seconds, and after that it's reducing the speed for 15 by 50% for 15 seconds, which is really great for PvP and PvE for slow dots or catch dots in one place before someone go and kill them, and it's really great for PvP to slow the caster like mage and bunkin and so on. It's really great, and priest. So the next is for basically a lot of damage. Right now the best is grenade because it costs no focus, which is great, and the damage is fire damage, which is the best. Pure damage like fire, natural and so on is the best against anything, PvE, PvP and so on. Butcher is a lot, but it's physical damage. Until the next patch, it's not good. Serpent Sting. Every time you use Raptor Strike in curve, you affect your enemy with Serpent Sting, which is dealing 143k natural damage of 15 seconds, which is great for PvP, but it's a bit low than grenade for PvE because it costs Raptor Strike, which is got focus, which make my rotation, not yours, but my rotation really bad, and I don't have focus to use it. But for PvP it's great because you can stack it with the ability here, which needs your Raptor Strike, which is great. I'll explain. So the last talent, the 100 talent, It's basically expert trap, because aspect of the beast is really shit damage. It's really low, and it's physical bleed effect for your pet when you use flank strike, which is really low. Spitting Cobra is natural damage, it's good damage, but a 1 minute cooldown and again some focus, it's a bit low. It's a bit low. If they buff it, maybe it's useful, but my advice is just change this talent and this talent with something else. But Expert Trap, it makes your explosive trap damage increase with 75%, and your tar trap, when enemy get there, they can be ruled in place for 4 seconds, which is great for PvE and as well as PvP. Freezing trap, uh, reduce the movement speed how nearby by enemy by 50% for 4 seconds. That's great for PvP as well. If you're using steel trap, increase the damage as well. And cow traps, if you use another talent for PvP, it's increase 50% damage when people stay inside it. But basically, my talents choice is the best for survival hunter. It's best for PvE. For PvP, as I said, I explained why you must use this, because it's natural damage and it's a single target, and with granite and butchery, it's a OI. You don't want to break some ground control and so on. Here you can pick cow traps or steel trap, but I think steel trap is the better choice, because cow traps is you can just avoid it and you can escape it and so on. Yeah, basically that's for PvE. So for PvP, you can choose for the first trade what you want, what is the best for your comps and so on. But my choice is Gladiator Medallon, because I don't use a trinket, and yeah. Harness is the best if you get a healer by your side, because when you get above 80% health, you take 20% less damage. That's insane, insane. It's better than 10% health, which is with my gear is maximum gear. You can get 250k HP, which is not better than 20% less damage all the time if your healer keep you above 80%. Sparring. Physical melee attacks have a 20% chance to blunt, dealing 50% reduced damage. That's a chance, it's a random, it's not better than positive 20% less damage. So, the next trait, you can pick everything you want, anything you want. The first one is against bunkins and mages and every caster that makes doing magical damage over time. I mean dots, affliction warlock, destructive warlock and so on, because these talents magical damage over time effects deal 20% less damage. So the adults doing 20% less damage, but from what I see, a lot of people using melee DPS all the time, and I think cat-like reflexes is the best, because when you get hit by critical strike, you get 30% dodge for 4 seconds, and rogues, warriors and demon hunters and so on, they doing critical strike a lot, and 30% dodge for 4 seconds, it's really great. It's really great. Survival's tactics. After Fate of Death removes all magical effects and reduces damage taken by 99% for 1.5 seconds. Hmm. This maybe is great, but after you removes all harmless effect, basically they will replace it again and I don't find it great. I don't find it at all. Next one. After you hit your enemy with Raptor Strike, the healing done is reducing by 30% for 12 seconds. If you don't have another class by your side like Arms Warrior that can do that in normally rotation in PvP, and your mm, partners want to use that, you use it. But basically I find Scorpio Sting and Spider Sting better. Scorpion Sting is better against every melee class, because after you hit them with Raptor Strike, their physical critical strike chance is reduced by 50%, so they cannot critical at all, like at all. And Spider Sting is 1 minute cooldown. You sting the target for 5 seconds, and if they cast a offensive spell, not healing, they get silenced for 4 seconds. So basically, if you need to do that against mage that casts something, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't find it well, because you can have partners with doing interrupt, and you can interrupt as well. Next thread. Basically, I find main bandage the best one is 25 seconds cooldown. You challenge it and instantly clear your poison from uh, rocks and disease from decays, and healing for 30% of your damage of your health over 6 seconds, which is really great. You clear yourself, you heal up a bit, and you go fight. But you can use as well Mastery Cow, which is 45-second cooldown. It's remove your roots effect and make you immune to any such effect for 5 seconds, which is great in the past and maybe it's now. The the last trait I find out the Diamond Ice is based, because your freeze trap is basically a Diamond Ice now for 5 seconds. They can dispel it, they can do damage to it, they can interrupt your trap, and they cannot heal it, which is great to stop killing to some player that you want to kill it. It's like a Sequorum from the Druids, but it's Diamond Ice. You can use as well Sticky Trap, Sticky Tar, that is in class that makes your tar trap. If victim is staying for 3 seconds, their attack speed is low by 50% for 5 seconds, which is great against soloing melee PvP or something like that, like rogues and so on. Tracker net, I don't find it useful at all. So I hope you enjoy. It's a very long video, and it's not great, but I hope that helps you out to enjoy your survival hunter and choose the best talents you like and so on. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.